Opening the season today. Uh, Obviously, you're coming off another great year, but didn't reach that ultimate goal. You do graduate one of the most prolific athletes in program history, in Kate Lang. So it's going to be kind of a new look for the Bulldogs on the offense this year. Um, how do you see that dynamic changing, and what are the Bulldogs' offense going to look like this year?
I think it can be a definite positive if we use it the right way. It's certainly never easy to replace someone as significant as Kate was, but it allows us to diversify a little bit. I think we're going to be a little bit more balanced, distribute the ball a little bit more evenly across the board versus having her be so dominant with the number of balls she attacked, which I think can make us a little bit more difficult to defend. So I think what you'll see is a little bit quicker, spaced out, spread out type of offense that's going to make us tough to defend from pin to pin in every rotation.
So I was just talking with Julie, talking about you have a lot of players at that position competing for time. Is there anybody that sticks out to you right now that you can say is you predict to step up and maybe become a key role player that maybe didn't in the past?
Yeah, I don't like to be a predictor because I think it's unfair to the people who work their butt off all summer to get ready to do this. So, I've got 5 outside hitters that I think are all very comparable, that are all in the mix for that competition. Certainly Mariah Scharf and Katie Ledwell have probably gotten the most on-court experience out of that group of 5. But I think, the other 3 all have the potential to get in there and establish a role for themselves, whether it be a starting role or a substitution role. And it's going to be fun. We are going to be very balanced from top to bottom in that position. I don't know if we're going to have a standout like we have had with Kate, but I think we're going to have a lot of really good outside hitters.
This year, unlike maybe last year where you had a couple seniors, you have a bigger senior class, bigger junior class this year. How do you see that dynamic kind of changing things in terms of having a lot of leaders that have experience?
Yeah, I think that helps. They've all been through the battles now, and they understand what it takes to get to where they want to go. And they've been a part of some really big wins, but also some disappointing losses, and they understand the work that goes into putting themselves in a position to be successful. They can lead by example. They can lead by harking back on the experiences that they have, and I think having that many people who have done this before is nothing but a positive for us.
This season, once again, you find yourselves kind of traveling around the country to get in some tough competition, including at the Colorado Premier Tournament. You're going to face 2 of the top 4 teams in the country in Tampa and Hawaii in the poll just released today. How do you see those early season challenges helping you as you go into the NSIC portion of the schedule, and just what do you think of that challenge it's going to be for the Bulldogs?
Well, I think the whole point of scheduling tough in a tournament like that is to challenge your team and understand that doesn't mean you're going to come out on the positive end of a few of those matches, and that can be a good thing for your team because the best way to learn is by playing really good teams and being tested and finding out what your weaknesses are in that moment. And the NSIC is so strong and so balanced from top to bottom that if you're not ready to go as soon as that conference season starts, you could be in some trouble and you're going to drop some matches for sure. So, scheduling that tournament was by design to really challenge the team and really see where they stack up and what we need to really improve on as the conference season gets into full swing that very next week.
This year you do bring in 3 newcomers to the program, as well as have a returning redshirt freshman. Do you see them stepping into a playing role right away, or are they going to be kind of a learn on the bench type of year?
Yeah, I think it's probably too early for me to give you too big of a guess. Typically, we don't have too many freshmen come in and make huge contributions right away, but that doesn't mean they're not capable of it. So would it surprise me if they did? No, but would it surprise me if they didn't? No. So, in another week we'll have a better idea of where they're at and what the future kind of holds for them and what their role might be.
I think Julie kind of voiced it. For her, it's all about she wants to get to that national championship. When you look at this team, the way they're set up, do you think that's a very realistic goal today?
Well, it's a great goal, but as the head coach of this program, I would set the goals a little bit more incremental. I think our goals are to, in the cliche form, take each match one at a time. Ultimately, you want to try to win your conference and qualify for the NCAA playoffs, and then from there, if you're in the playoffs, everybody's got a chance. Now it's about winning 6 matches and you're a national champion. And getting there last year and being able to host that regional was a great experience. Obviously, it didn't end like we wanted it to, and that'll serve as motivation. But I don't want to look too far down that tunnel right now. I want to look at what's immediately ahead of us, and that's getting prepared over these next 2.5, 3 weeks to open the season at Northern Michigan.
All right. Well, good luck with the training camp here, and good luck with the season. I'm sure we'll be talking to you. Thanks,
Thank you.
Coach.